That's trash.
All right,
let's get it.
So I'm one-handed
Yep.
because I made a bonehead decision and
Yes.
I got my hand caught in some hedge trimmers while I was doing yard work.
God.
And it was gnarly.
So can we see it?
I wanted to show you the picture.
Oh, yeah. You, my asshole clench up.
Ready?
Damn.
Wait for it. Let's get in there. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see that all day.
Let's see the blown up skin.
Oh, wow, buddy. Oh, that's good.
So wait. So that was pre-surgery.
Yo, that sucks. Good. Look at the
right
finger.
there is actually where I almost cut through. I almost cut my finger off right there.
Oh, Lord.
So check it. Here's post-surgery.
Suck it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
Isn't that insane?
With that. Hold on.
Thank God for modern medicine.
No.
That's incredible, man.
No doubt.
Wow.
So it's a hedge trimmer?
Hedge
Or
trimmer.
hand
The freaking look.
in the blade?
Yes.
Ooh.
Pretty awesome.
Damn, dude. Glad you're still here.
No doubt.
That's intense.
We may have to blur that for YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Might get flagged.
Shush. What kind of YouTube
Hey,
world is
did
this?
you hear about the fire at the circus?
Hit it. No, I didn't.
It was intense.
Oh my God.
Dad jokes all day long.
Dad jokes.
My band director used to say that all the time. He used to say, he'd say, man, that was intense, like camping.
Ooh, nice. Of course, you're in band. For
So
that
are you.
joke.
Yeah, right, dude.
That's good. That's good.
I was never in band.
I was in band for a year.
Yeah, but you did marching band, right?
I was in marching band for 1 year, and then I dropped out to go on tour with my rock band.
How old were you?
I was 16 years old.
Going on tour.
Going on tour with my rock band.
That's the dream.
My Christian rock band.
Oh,
That's
yeah. Called.
even better.
What were they called? What were we called?
That was unfortunately called Prophecy. Ooh.
Vermilion. Oh, hey, this is Make It Perfect, and I love doing that. I love just getting the vibe going, and then it's like, oh my God, out of blue, here's this guest. This is Make It Perfect. And I would like to introduce you to, I would say, one of the most influential people in my adult life, Mr. Matt Fine.
Your adult life.
Yeah, I didn't know you when I was a kid.
That's true.
So, Matt,
What up?
yeah, that's all we get. Yeah, I love
I'm
it.
Matt.
Yep.
Fine.
Yep.
I remember sitting in art class and they'd give a project and you'd sit there for like 12 weeks and like the day before it was due, I'd finally finish it or start it, you know?
Yeah.
So like for me, looking at a blank canvas is really hard, but
Oh,
I'm
really?
excited.
Got it.
I haven't painted actually since high school art.
Cool.
It's pretty awesome.
We're going to get into
But,
it. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
Heck
and
yeah.
you've been an influence in someone's life, I'm sure.
Let me hit. Oh,
In my life, yep.
Excellent. I'll take that. I'll take that as a fucking compliment. So we're doing a night shoot here, first time, because that was Matt's schedule, and very happy about it. And I did have one shot of an alcoholic beverage outside of this place, and I'll be honest, one piece of alcohol gets me to where I'm just a little. Look at how perfect that line is.
Man, I wanted to make it perfect, really. More than anything, I wanted to ensure that it was perfect.
Boom! Oh my gosh. So Matt,
Yep.
you are a integral part of this place that we work out of called the Block House. And I remember when we were working at Stuff Merch out there in Franktown. You ever heard
Do you
of
know
this
this
shit?
Stuff.
Yeah.
With a PH, bitch.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what I did there. How long did you work there?
Like 6 months maybe.
No way.
I was in hair school at the
Yeah.
time.
And that brings me to where we're at now. We're at the Block House. And what year did you graduate and from where?
I started, you talking about school, hair school?
Yeah, dog.
I started hair school literally June 6, 2006. 666.
Ah, man. Satan.
Smash that like button and subscribe right now.
Well, you know what? Get behind me, Satan.
Indeed.
And we lived together, you and I, not Satan and me. We shared a bunk bed, did we not?
We shared a bunk bed that I think I got at a garage sale for like
nasty.
$80.
I didn't know that. I wouldn't have used it.
Well, maybe it was.
I didn't have anything else.
It might not have been a garage sale, but it was not an expensive bunk bed, and I don't think it really was designed to hold two adult
fat asses.
males.
Yeah, that's good.
You speak for yourself.
Thanks, dude. I know.
But we did, and there was a lot of
dude, come on.
A lot of fun that was held at that house.
Describe that.
At East Nashville.
No, dude, that was out in Antioch.
No.
That was?
Not when we, no, that was on Mansfield when we had the bunk bed. Bunk bed was on Mansfield.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because we had the French doors.
Wait, no.
Yes.
Dude, no. It was in Antioch.
No,
dude.
we lived in Antioch too.
And had the bunk bed in Antioch.
Well, maybe we moved the bunk bed from Antioch too. The bunk bed was at one point in time in Mansfield. I know for a fact.
Fair enough. Okay. But listen, y'all moved into Mansfield.
My brother's children.
Y'all moved into Mansfield.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
It's like a babysitting my brother's kids or something.
Oh man, I use that all the time.
$2.
Nah. All right, listen.
Who was on top on the bunk?
Hey, would you keep the jokes straight?
Seriously, Luke.
I'm just kidding.
We're tired of that crap. He was on top.
Actually, you were on top, I believe.
I'm terrified of that.
Were you? I think we have. All I remember is Rado would be like, I'd almost fall asleep, and he'd go, and I love you. And I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Blame it on the Tourette's, man.
And he'd blame it on the Tourette's.
I was doing that shit on purpose.
And then I would say, Rado, whatever you do, don't bite the wall.
Oh, it's not cool, dude. You know, he's making fun of my that's distracting as hell.
So we got history.
Yeah, we do.
Essentially what you're saying.
Years of it. So then, at that point, you were in Celebrity. And if y'all haven't heard, if y'all haven't heard that band Celebrity, you should look it up on Spotify and listen to everything that they got, because it's really good. So then Celebrity happened and was happening. Tell us a little bit about that ride.
Celebrity, I moved to Nashville in 2000 to play music like everyone else in this amazing city. And Celebrity was the vehicle that I played, that I pursued that through.
Drums.
We were a band, I was a drummer, and it was a fun time because it was music with friends who I also respected. Like our singer's name was Lance, he was a great writer.
Yeah, for sure. Still.
And my brother and I were the rhythm section, so that was kind of what we did. And it was a blast, man. I had a really great experience. I mean, tons of really cool stories. Played a lot of, we were like a band's band. I think a lot of bands like us.
That's poignant, yeah.
But like it didn't translate into like actually people liking it. There was like 2,000 people that really loved it, which was cool.
So then after Celebrity, where did it take you?
After Celebrity, there was a project that was based out of St. Louis.
Oh yeah. I forgot all about that.
And
that's
honestly, at this point in time, I was pretty tired of the game.
Yep.
And
the trying to make it game.
Trying to like, at some point you start making art.
Yeah.
Or making music because you love it.
Right.
And then you start realizing you have to make money with it if you're going to do it for the long haul.
It. Yep.
And I think that's where art gets really weird and hard.
Yep.
Is because you're not going to make the art that you would typically make if you're trying to make sales happen. Sales either comes organically because people like the art you're making, or you have to recreate, I think, what you do a little bit in hopes of trying to sell it. And at some level, it becomes about, can this support itself? And if not, then do I need to do something else? And unfortunately, I feel like Celebrity, even though I think it was the best thing I was ever part of, like had hit that kind of plateau, and that sucked. So anyway, I did this project based in St. Louis, and man, this was looking cool. Now it's like, okay, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, work with it. Yeah, you're right.
That's art, right?
Yep. This is going to interrupt that, just so you know that.
Huh?
The scraping is going to interrupt your audio.
Roger.
Yep.
Okay, let me scrape through it real quick.
Pick you up a brush, Daddy.
All right, I'm scared of the brush.
I know how that feels, definitely.
I am kind of scared of the brush. You know why?
Why?
Because the brush is vulnerability.
Wow. It also,
Like,
yeah.
I can make lines with the freaking scraper tool
Yup.
over here.
Totally,
But
man.
art, I guess, is
think you're
ultimately
right.
vulnerable.
Yeah, it
It
is,
creates vulnerability, right?
Trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing out here.
So I ended up in hair school. My mom was a hairdresser.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And,
that's right. That's right.
And now I'm doing hair, and I've done hair now for 13 years since 666.
Are you serious?
13 years.
13
man.
years, man. You
It's
ever
been a
think
blast.
about that 666 thing?
Nah, I like to say it.
Clearly he does.
Well, it's a kind of a mile marker there. It's like,
Yeah, that's good.
You know.
I remember that day I was sitting in elementary school.
Oh, no joke. Elementary school. Dude was in elementary when you were writing.
You're a dick. Oh, you're actually a really nice guy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. We'll edit that part out. That's
Sweet.
fine. Anyway, what were you doing in elementary school, Luke?
I was hanging.
Just
I like the concept of recreating yourself.
yeah, I'm into that.
And
I'm into that.
Whenever
I'm into
whenever
that.
music was, it was clear that music was not going to happen for me to the next level. It was the first time I think I experienced something close to. It's on his
jazz.
nose. Here, I'll get it. I'll get it.
Okay. Oh, it's got black on it. Okay, yeah, hit it.
I just remember feeling like
Okay.
like a dream had died, like
Well,
something
yeah, totally.
had passed, and
Yeah,
I was in a process of mourning. I had no
Grieving
idea.
that, yeah.
I remember Lori,
cool.
my wife, would be like, "Hey, are you gonna get up today?"
Oh yeah,
No,
totally.
seriously. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not totally sure yet." You know, and so she'd go to work, and I'd just lay there for. It didn't take me long. I'm a pretty motivated dude anyway, but
Yeah.
like there was definitely a point in time where I was like, "Oh, geez,
am I
what
gonna
is this
do?
thing? I don't know what to do with my life." But then, I don't know, there's power in recreating yourself. I
Yeah,
think, you know,
yeah, I think
and
so
we're
too.
all going to have to do it at some point in time.
Yep.
So, which actually kind of brings me to this. So, I definitely feel like fear gets a bad rap in our culture.
Okay.
And so my whole
motivator.
after cutting my hand and not being in, like I'm not able to work right now.
Right.
Like I'm facing a season of fear in my own life. But I
For
think
sure.
instead of wishing it away,
Yeah.
why not be able to turn it on its head and make it view it as a place that you're at, and you got to figure out how to get out of it. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
yep,
I mean, I
yep.
think fear is toxic whenever you wallow in it.
Yeah, I think so.
But
too.
there's moments where I think you have to utilize fear as a motivator. You know, you get attacked by a shark in the middle of the ocean. The best thing to do is to swim to the shoreline, right? And that's your motivator. And so for me, like this horizon line kind of symbolizes fear to me. Is like I'm afraid, but I'm going to push. That fear is going to push me to horizons, hopefully beautiful horizons that I would never see otherwise. Do you know what I mean?
Because you wouldn't be in see that if you weren't in this situation.
100%.
Right?
Yeah. So instead of, I feel like culturally,
cool.
instead of wishing away the hardships, it's about taking advantage of those hardships to see what the lesson is inside.
Yeah, yeah, I'm into that,
And,
man.
well, it's everybody should be, but dude, our culture says don't feel that.
Yeah.
Push it away. It should always feel good, and I think
Yeah.
that's total crap.
So what do you think about the notion of happiness?
I think
Like,
happiness.
is it a long-term thing that you can achieve?
I think happiness is a really shallow word. I don't like the word happiness. We're not like, unless you're in a freaking carnival and you just ate some pizza.
Yeah,
that's
I'm trying.
happy. But
That's
like,
happy.
I'm more interested in joy.
Yep.
You know,
Oh,
because
okay.
the concept
For
of
sure.
joy is dramatically richer than the concept of happiness. Happiness is a temporary feeling,
Fleeting,
but joy is a you can have a loved one can die and you can experience joy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
A loved one dies, you're not going to
Yeah,
experience
that's interesting.
happiness, right?
Yeah, that's an
think.
interesting thought. Tell me how you would experience joy if a loved one died.
Well, I think my grandfather died.
Yep.
Last January, and unfortunately I had, this is my 4th year with a major surgery and being out 6 to 8 weeks of work. I had back issues. I've had 3 back surgeries in the last 3 years, and then this guy. So I was unable to go to my grandfather's funeral.
Oh, dude.
which sucked.
Sorry to hear that, buddy.
It was a bummer. But
That is a bummer. Damn.
but I was able to go and visit his grave, and I know the man he was, and I know the legacy he left, and I know that he lived a rich life, and so I feel like
Gives
even
you
though
joy.
even though it kind of hurt me because he's gone, which sucks, I also really appreciate what he did to my life, and that's rich,
Yep.
and that's
That's the
joy.
joy
I wasn't
piece.
happy when he died, but it was joyous,
Meaningful.
Yeah,
Like joy is
yeah.
more meaningful
way
over a period of time than happiness could be.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, and happiness is beautiful,
Sure.
but I think happiness is in a moment. Joy is the big picture, right?
You got that joy?
Down in my heart, bro.
It's awesome. That's nah, dude. I appreciate you saying that, man. I get caught up in well, I don't spend a lot of time feeling happy, and I will say that
because it's temporal. Like,
yeah. But I don't want to discount happiness because like
no, happiness
like
is legit, dude. Yeah. You know what Steve Harvey says? You know, money can't buy you happiness. It can't. It's true. Mm-hmm. But it can buy you a jet ski.
Yeah, that's killer.
And that's like legit, man. You can buy some fun, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Fun's a jet ski. That's badass. But
I've never been on a jet ski. Have you?
No, dude, they're awesome.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's
Have you been on a jet ski?
It's super fun. It makes you happy.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like eating cotton candy at the freaking state fair.
I'd assume it's kind of like skateboarding a little. Like, kind of makes you happy until you bust your asshole.
Guilt.
Give me something good. Well, Ryan Adams can't sing any of those songs or you're going to hell or jail or whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
When we were talking about guilt, misplaced guilt.
Right, yeah.
So I was a part of this guys group one time, and it was a counseling session.
Oh, look in the burbs. Yep.
You know, that feels more like it should be, right? You should turn it up. Oh, okay, cool.
You got a fucking storm coming down. That's so stupid.
So the burbs,
all we're doing is laughing. We're happy. Wait a minute, happiness sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're joyous.
There it is. Yes.
There she is. I was part of this counseling group, and essentially it was like 8 guys, one of which I knew, who had gone through this thing before.
Yeah.
And then 9 other dudes, and we had to like write a story and then tell people our feelings through the story.
Ooh, I like that.
All right, it was good. And there was 8 emotions.
Yeah, oh yeah, hit it.
And it was
mad, glad.
Let's see. Glad, sad, hurt, guilt, shame, fear, loneliness, shame. I think I got them.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
And the first week, this guy's telling the story, and I go, because I always speak up because I'm a big dummy.
Oh, that's good. Why would you not?
And I go, oh man, yeah. I think I get what you're saying. Like it's like this, right? And I kind of connect with the guy, and the counselor goes, "Hey Matt, why'd you say that?"
Yeah, that's cool.
I was like, because I was relating to what he was saying. He was like, "No, you weren't."
You were.
And like this is a dude calling me out in front of dudes.
Good.
I was pissed. It didn't feel good, but it was
group
good.
therapy.
It was group therapy.
Yeah.
So I go like, okay. I like smart ass like, okay.
What you talking about?
Well, I was jerk, and then he goes, no, you were actually relating to something you were thinking.
Ah, projecting.
And I was like,
yeah,
okay. I'm thinking, okay, semantics, sure. It's like you're relating. You know, there's something he said that is relating from your story, so you need to figure out what that is. Not you're not. That had nothing to do with his story. His story brought up something in your story. You got to figure that out.
Totally.
So then he continues and goes. Yeah. Out of all these words on the board, I think that you're afraid to feel one of them, and so you're heaping other ones on yourself.
Ooh!
I was like, cool, you're a dick. You know what I mean?
But
it was. I mean, he is a dick, and I love him. He's awesome.
Was he right?
He was totally right. Here's the thing: it took me a year to figure out he was right.
Sick.
Because I thought I was like, no, yeah, it was whatever. And I named some.
You ain't telling me.
Feeling.
Yep.
I thought it was fear. Actually, I thought it was like I was afraid to feel fear, like,
what
mankind.
Was it?
Sadness.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's a hard one to let yourself admit.
Because
it feels like anger a lot of times.
Well, and it takes vulnerability, and you have to know yourself to be able to say that. And so I had to kind of walk through that process of figuring out that he was right, and it's there's a bigger sadness here in my life that I've never really.
What was it around that sadness?
Honestly, it was like. I got my heart broken in high school, and I decided that after that moment I would never have another girlfriend because I was so afraid of it. So that's why I thought it was fear.
There you go.
And as a result, that I had dated girls and had relationships with girls, and I didn't say relations. There's a joke in there.
Clear distinction, yeah.
But I just didn't feel like I treated like I'm raising 2 daughters now. I didn't feel like I was treating at the time girls the way they should be treated necessarily.
How was that?
I just feel like everyone deserves a certain amount of respect and love and quality and honestly commitment. And relationships take that commitment, and I was unwilling out of my own fear to give that commitment. And I think fear was the surface emotion I was feeling, but it was really like as I grew a little older, I recognized like it was that sadness of not being able to meet that need of commitment. You know what I mean?
And getting your heart broken.
Well, that was the fear part. But it was like, it was definitely sad that I couldn't there were people in my life, girls that I dated that wanted to experience that commitment, and I couldn't give it to them, and that made me super sad because I knew I was hurting them through that process, and I didn't want to hurt them. Right.
Right.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But you know, that's life, and that's how we learn, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you see it.
So how's that changed for you? What do you think?
Why do you ask me questions like that? Dang.
Because they're good ones.
That was a good question.
Anyway,
through the process of marriage, through the process of counseling, and through the process of, I feel like time is the best teacher on the freaking planet, man. And God uses time to teach us, I think. Yeah. So through time, I feel like I've just been more aware, and that awareness has created the ability for me to name what I feel, why I feel it.
Good.
And I think that's a good thing, right?
A lot of people can't identify and then, like you said, articulate the feeling, man. It is difficult.
Dude, it's hard.
Let me say
this.
this.
You know why?
Why?
Because it hurts.
Well, yeah.
God, it's scary. You got to be vulnerable? That sucks.
Dude, I started group therapy a couple months ago. And I was having a hard time in group one time this last time because I did something in the life outside of the group that could have affected a person inside the group. And I told that story, and I told the conscious thoughts of doing it, and I explained as much of the thoughts that I had around it. It wasn't just, I did this for this reason, and I feel like this. It was like, yo, this is a pretty complex situation. So, without getting into it. So I emailed my psychologist afterward, and I was like, hey, I'm worried that I did something wrong. It's not my intention to hurt somebody. I do like to stir the pot in general and push buttons, and if that's something that I need to work on, I love that. So he sent a message. He called me, left a message, and he said, hey, essentially, you haven't done anything wrong. This is what group is for. And it's like it's like standing in front of a complex mirror and seeing yourself in different ways. And it benefits those who are brave enough to look. And he complimented me, which was huge. I needed it. He said, you're brave enough to look. Terrified to look, but it's like that group therapy model. You're dealing with all of the relationships in the group, and then all of their relationships, and then the meta relationship of all of their relationships outside of the group. It is worth it. That's all. Dude. That's my play for group therapy right there.
Well, I think I don't know about you, but my parents' generation, I don't think they valued therapy, and I can't blame them. They were raised by people that were in war, and they came home and they just pocketed all that information because they didn't have the tools to process it.
Yeah, and how do you process that? And then you got to go back to work.
Yeah, you don't have time to process. You got to get rolling, right? And so I think that's.
And you're weak if you talk about it sometimes.
And you're weak, and so which is what? Fear, right? Fear of being weak, or sadness of being weak, or ashamed of being weak. And the reality is, we all are. I think counseling is one of the best things I've ever done, man.
Yeah, dude.
For my relationships, for my friendships, for my marriage.
Boom.
So I went to my 20-year reunion in February for high school, and I recognized, like, I was the dude that could mingle and hang out with basically any of the tribes, if you will. Like,
maybe that's why we became friends.
Maybe, because I would never hang out with you otherwise.
That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? That's my dude.
If I look at that pattern in my life now, like, to open this place, I mean, I've got bankers and large money guys that are investors in our product because I couldn't afford this junk. I moved to Nashville with $400.
Copy.
And it's the power relationship is what's opened up these doors.
Yep.
And so I'm glad I can make relationships with those people and with anybody. And I
hold
learned that
them.
through the course of high school.
Right.
And it's not that hard. You just treat people right.
And listen, you tell the truth.
Yeah, you be honest.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
That is like
hey, investor, we're not making money this quarter. Sorry. Here's the wines. Beep, 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 beep.
That's
sucks.
terrifying.
It is a hard phone call,
man.
but
you've always done that.
But when you
You've
take
always
it,
done that.
when you speak the truth with honesty and vulnerability,
and love,
love, you're good.
I agree.
Sorry, guys.
No, that's good. That's true.
I was talking to my investors.
Oh. Yeah.
They're like, why aren't you painting? Why don't you figure out?
I think I realized why I like Starbucks over local coffee shops, and I'm gonna say
Whoa,
I'm gonna say that right now.
That's
so.
pretty heavy,
This is
dude.
the reason.
Are you serious? You want to put this on?
Hell yeah!
You want to document
of course.
this?
Absolutely. So, okay, I value people over things. I like the relationships that I have with Luke, you, and the acquaintances and friends, even people that I don't get along with, because it shows me something about myself. So I don't care so much about cars or guitars or amps or, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am. So if you go to a local coffee shop, you're taking a chance at any local coffee shop, and that's great. You should take a chance on whatever you want to, I guess. So you get a certain type of person that goes into that local coffee shop.
True.
Because they've marketed it to a certain type of group, right? But if you go to Starbucks, you have the whole community coming in there. And that is why I like Starbucks more, because you get a different lot of people. You're not just seeing the same archetype of the same demographic is what I'm saying. You're seeing all the community coming to Starbucks, because Starbucks is everywhere. And I'm addicted to that chai. You got me locked in, you piece of crap.
You know what?
That first sip feeling. Get here, buddy.
Good people are everywhere, and I think sometimes, like, especially when you're in a scene or in a small knit group, I think a lot of times your lens is only
becomes
able
exclusive.
to see, you're only able to see that one little group and that one little group's mindset, and I think
you're doing yourself
like,
a disservice. Not you, but
for me, like engaging with people like in a community that some people like East Side might make fun of, or like man, I freaking
that
love,
might make
that you might make fun of, like, or Columbia. It's no different, right?
Yeah, totally. Man.
But it's
totally.
like, honestly, there are good people everywhere, and there are douches everywhere.
Totally, man. Totally.
And it's a matter
Not in
of
this
like,
room.
That's true. I don't know him that well. Just kidding.
Yeah.
But
that's quick.
That's the thing. So ultimately, what we're talking about now is being judgmental.
Yeah.
And dude,
everybody's shitty, man.
Dude, well, no, we default to the worst of us.
Yep.
And a quote that I like to challenge people within, or like our team. It's like, not everyone's going to come in and get a service and be super happy about it, right?
Yeah,
in our industry.
Yep.
So my question to all my team at all times is like, can you be your best when someone is at your worst?
Is that their worst?
Yeah. Can you be the best Ryan Rado when Matt's being a jerk to Ryan Rado?
I hope so.
And so in my industry right now, it's super hot to like fire clients.
Really?
And all this crap. It drives me bonkers.
Do you speak against that?
No, think about it. If somebody comes in, they're a jerk.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't give me what I want. I wasn't happy with this. We internalize it. I didn't like your artwork. Naturally,
I don't like my artwork.
But I think a typical artist would be defensive.
Totally.
On the front end.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's immaturity. It seems like.
I'm not here to. I'm here to like literally make you happy.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm driving Miss Daisy.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm a chauffeur.
Nice. Yep. Totally.
So you tell me where you want to go. I can take you the scenic route, or I can take you the city route.
Yeah.
Which one you
want?
The
best that I can.
The best that I can.
That's cool.
Yeah, and maybe my perspective that I bring to the table, you'll really, really dig.
Yep.
And maybe you won't, and that's both okay. So I'm writing a book right now.
Oh yeah. Talk about that.
Since I can't work, I've been writing a book, and it's called Be Hair Now.
Yeah!
Dad jokes!
Come on, Daddy.
It is, it's dad jokes.
Yeah, it's like hair it is.
Hair it is, baby.
That's good.
But it's Be Hair Now. It's about being present. And it's about, it's really designed to be read by people in the hair industry, especially in the first 5 years of their life. Yeah. I think kids come out of school and they think that their life and their career is going to be a certain thing, and then they realize like, oh, this is not really exactly what I thought it was going to be, and they're kind of a little bummed. So it's kind of, my goal is to bridge the gap between what they think hair work is going to be like and what it actually is, and how to mentally, financially, and emotionally prepare themselves for that game. So I'm pretty pumped about it.
That's cool. You've been talking about wanting to write a book for a while. I'm glad that and I'm not saying like, oh, you've been talking about it, but you've been talking shit about that for a while. No, it's just been on
it's been on my docket.
Like a desire of something that you wanted to do. I'm glad that you're doing it. Hey, this has been Make It Perfect, and I really love having these conversations with my friends and people I don't know. And I'm thankful to Matt Fine for being such a good friend for so many years and taking care of me when I needed it, and vice versa. And like, I'm really thankful that you guys watch this and glean something from it. We want to keep it going. Give him that.
I just Bob Ross this shit.
Yeah, he did
I just
look
Bob
at
Rossed it. I just Bob Rossed it. That's a Bob Ross.
Zoom in.
Do you see it? That's a happy tree.
Hell yeah. Hell
That's
yeah.
a happy tree.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
right there
Hell yeah.
is your fair zone, baby. Should I draw some root systems or should I just leave
Do
it?
it, buddy. Do what you need to do.
I don't know what
I'm still working on this. I don't know what I'm doing, really. I'm just kind of having
I kind of
fun.
like it.
Thanks.
I was talking about mine, bitch.
Dude,
Painting is fun.
it is. It is. Until you feel like you want to kill yourself because of it.